Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for waiting around. A long night, a successful night, and another great performance by the miracle man, Daniel Jacobs. I think what you saw tonight was the difference between a world-class middleweight and an elite middleweight. A beautiful performance, masterclass. Out of the ring for 8 months. A little bit rusty, but you're not going to see the rust again. Already planning the next date for 2018. It'll be announced very, very soon. And I'm going to pass over to the miracle man, Daniel Jacobs, to say a few words.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys for sticking around. I really felt like when I heard him in the first round, that was kind of a gift and a curse. Honestly, I wanted to go for the knockout, not just because I knew I could hurt him, but because of all the stuff that he was talking. I guess it was just in me just to stop him and prove a point. But in doing that, I could have did a little bit better as far as being sharp, but like my promoter said, we've been out the ring for a couple months, and it's only about getting sharp and staying active and making sure that that doesn't repeat itself. But I did go out there and prove the point that I wanted to prove, which is that there's level to this game, and he was outmatched, and I knew the attributes that I brought to the table, that he wasn't able to deal with it, and that's exactly what we showed. I'm looking forward to bigger and better things. The future is very, very bright. Even though this, to me, wasn't the best performance, I'm looking forward to having the best performance in the near future. So, thank you guys, always, and we can go to some questions.
You know, you've been working with this first fight.
I think it was a masterclass. I think he was trying a bit hard too early. There's a lot of pressure on him tonight, and I know that he says a great line at the press conference, it's not my first rodeo, which is true, but also, you know, he wants to impress, he was keen to impress. And I think if Arias would have boxed the fight that he said he was going to fight, you would have seen a different performance. But what you saw was a masterclass from an elite middleweight. And this game is very tough. So to come out 12 rounds unscathed, really untouched, unmarked, and making a lot of money is really what this game's about. It's a very, very tough sport. And these fighters deserve every dollar they get. And they need to know exactly what the plan is. And the plan tonight was 12 rounds, win every round, have a couple of weeks off, back to the gym.
Was he better defensively than you thought, or would you not even say that he was being defensive because he was so looking to survive? How do you see
Yeah, I don't think it was, because when you know, there's a difference from being defensive and trying to really survive. I mean, he swayed a couple punches, but like I said, I was really aiming to get the knockout. So at times it seems as if I was swinging and missing is because I was really anxious. But I don't think he was the best defensive guy that I fought. But he did a really good job at holding and surviving. I give him that. But he didn't pose any threat. He didn't hurt me at any time in the fight. And I was able to see all the shots. You know, he wasn't that fast of a guy. I just think I could have done better, but I did think I put on a good performance. A nice, strong 12 rounds for me and getting that experience where people think I'm this huge knockout artist. You know, it just shows my diversity.
Danny,
yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Arias held a lot. Did the referee ever address that, you know, when he was speaking to you guys? Because it didn't seem like it to me.
Yeah, I think the referee, he gave him a couple warnings. I would have liked him to give him a lot more warnings, but the referee did a stellar job, no complaints. He was in survival mode from the first round on. Once he got hurt, he was in survival mode. And it's really hard to stop a guy who's like experienced with the survival skills. He was grabbing, he was ducking, he was holding, and I really wanted to display my skills, and my trainer kept telling me, put your combinations together, start from the body, because that's where he would start when he started holding. I just started a little headhunting a little bit too much, but you know, this is about the experience, and I gained a lot more experience in this fight than I've done in my previous fights for that reason alone.
You caught the tail end of his post-fight, but John David Jackson had a lot to say. He said you were a cruiserweight in the ring, essentially, and he made a big deal that you came in, you know, huge, like in a whole different weight class than Lewis. I know you hate being, you know, getting that accusation post the Triple G fight. That's been a big thing of you not weighing in on the scale. Can you make a comment on that?
Well, I mean, I make middleweight, and I'm probably the biggest middleweight because I skip leg day. You see my legs, I'm skinny at the bottom and I'm big up top, right? So it's not my fault, that's just the way things work, but I'm just a really big middleweight, and I can make it easy. This camp for me was the easiest. A big shout out to Chris Algieri. This camp was the easiest that I've made 160. I was able to have breakfast the morning of the weigh-in. I was able to feel good and feel strong. I can't help it if I'm a big middleweight. But that's not an excuse for anyone, because if you're an elite, then you're elite and you know how to avoid certain shots. And I don't think he was really able to avoid much. I mean, he held and he grabbed and, you know, he ducked and dodged, but I'm just an elite fighter. It just so happens I'm one of the biggest middleweights in the world.